Hello everybody, I've tried to do a video before, but I think I've got it right this time. This will probably be my first YouTube video, I think, on this channel that is to do with games, but I thought I'd give you a bit of an intro before we just get straight into it. But today I'm going to play Doki Doki Literature Club. It's about 4 hours gameplay, so we're not going to get through it all today, but I don't know how long it's going to be. I'll know when I edit, probably cut in now. Hey, Editing Pasha. So this first video is going to be about an hour gameplay. There's probably going to be 4 episodes to get through this game. In terms of like scheduling, I'm not going to have a set schedule for playing games on this channel. I'm just going to upload it. If you like watching gameplay in the background while you do stuff, it's just the perfect video for you. Okay, I'm going to let myself carry on. So I'm choosing Doki Doki Literature Club because 2 movies recently have come out, and they are by YouTubers that are now directors, and Obsession, which is one of the movies, is heavily inspired, well, the soundtrack is heavily inspired by Doki Doki Literature Club. I used to watch the gameplays when I was younger. I'll be honest, I did not know it was free, so if you guys did not know it was free, you can play it for yourself. But I thought I'd record myself playing it, and I thought it'd be a funny first game to play because my reactions to horror games are ridiculous. I get jump scared about like the littlest thing. But yeah, I just thought I'd put myself out there. I've wanted to do this for a long time, and now I don't have any more excuses for myself, so I'm just gonna do it. But yeah, let's basically get into it. Okay, so we are in. This game is not for children or those who are easily disturbed. Let's go. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. For content warnings, please visit. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age. I am, I promise. I love the soundtrack for this game. But yeah, no, basically, I don't remember. Let's load a new game. I don't really remember the storyline for this game. There's like a few parts of it that I do remember, some of it I don't. But yeah. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbour and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more frequently and I would get tired of waiting up. She's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better running away. I can't speak today. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Haha, I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe only because I decided to stop and wait for you. When you say like that, you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Pasha. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me, after all. I guess you don't have to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Pasha, I need to decide on a voice for her. I think it should be high-pitched. Have you decided on joining the club yet? That's wrong, but you get the point. A club? Oh, that's me. I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join the club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did. in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games or anime. Me too, King. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET. What is a NEET? In a few years, because you're not used to the real world. Trust me, right? Don't keep making me worry about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More important than that, more than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello! Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realise I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you sitting there spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm coming to your club. Mimi. Sayori is vice president of the Literature Club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only does it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed to the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please! Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday that I would bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or she's so cunning that she's planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for one cupcake. Okay? Yes, let's go! That's where we meet the main characters. Unless today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. She's bad as fuck. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Pasha! What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognise. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back to the other girls. We're not going for Natsuki. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. Hang on. Her hair has just disappeared. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say anything like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika. Is that right? Oh, I know about Monika. Oh. Oh my god, I got confused. Okay. That's right. It's great to see you again, Pasha. Ooh. She smiles sweetly, showing a bit bum. We do know each other well. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably one of the most popular girls in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me like that genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Come sit down, Pasha. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them, I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. And how about I make some tea as well? I feel like I need to designate some voices for them. I gotta have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabbed a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh, whoa. Natsuki lifts the foil to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, the little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were this good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monika, I follow. That's delicious. Sayori walks with her mouth full and she has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. She's waiting for me to take a bite. I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavour. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for you know. You, dummy. Alright. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, a hot cup of tea does help you enjoy a good book. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Let's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri feints smiling to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow and smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. I'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As the president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika is really a great leader. Yuri nods in agreement. And I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be so hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like, oh, I skipped that by accident. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah.
We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Now I gotta pick someone. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they're also delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though, I don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Pasha, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wanted to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. She's bad, I don't blame you. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favourites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes lit up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? It's almost as if this is foreshadowing. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. My uncle broke his neck tap dancing once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back! Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer then. I understand how Natsuki feels. Showing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing them even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable to share hers. I guess the same for Yuri. Everyone. I wanted to read everyone's poem. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We will sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki looks quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem for our own. And the next time we meet, we all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Pasha? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're all back to the original topic of me joining the club, I've only come forth with what's on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, Pasha, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes lit up. Yay, I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. And that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Oh, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Pasha, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Pasha, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Will I be happy spending every day after school literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances and make sure I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh, do I actually have to write a poem? It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think the favourite club members will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Oh. Let's do anger. Journey. Philosophy. I want Yuri if you can't tell. Kitty, no. Hopeless. Agonizing. I'm trying to think of what's like horror. Climax. Oh my god, I gotta pick 20. Ambient. Horror. Contamination. Despise. Unrequited. Oh fuck. Poof. Unstable. Infallible. fear. Fuck. Unending. Defeat. Misfortune. Tenacious. Whisper. Hi again, Pasha. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least keep my word. Well, back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Pasha. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Nothing for you, baby girl. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it? Oh, come on. He deserves any slack. Sayori told me that you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki, oh, I skipped. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back to a seat. Don't worry, guys. Pasha always gives his best, as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking, like cooking and cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is always so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? Might be a little jealous. How come? You and Pasha can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? No, never mind. Sorry made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What? I do. I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It will make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want me to. Alright, well, here. She reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is how is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading that much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Enthusiastically, take the book. For you. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monika are having a cheesy conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I'd feel bad for distracting her from her reading. Catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, oh fuck, I just skipped it. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She takes another glass at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I'm out of this sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book you gave to me, right? I just wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious how come you have 2 copies of the same book. Well, I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. It's something fairly obvious that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. Just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment at prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of foreshadowing. It's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Pasha? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be in a completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a new, strange perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, their own philosophy, and that they believe in, then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with their villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologise. Haven't lost any interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I'd put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start to prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulders as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe it's a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realise that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologise a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes up her own copy. Once we each lean in a bit, our shoulders almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it a bit difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes the left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, We're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face as she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as it catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second guesses a lot of things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remained silent for a moment. But Pasha, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's time we share our poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from her finishing thought. Is that right, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read with you? I guess I don't have much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'd be fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? It's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out the poems. Sayori is on the wrinkled sheet of the loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika is writing from her composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Guys, I don't know who to pick. Because I'm fucking with Yuri, but like, I know Monika's the main character. I'd pick Yuri if I didn't know about the game. We're gonna do Monika. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in the effort. Hi Pasha. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm better off going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Pasha. we're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I had Monika in my poem. Great job, Pasha. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. It's actually metaphorical. I'm not really sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put some effort. That's not very fair. The way she's arching that back, bro. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when the readers are left to derive their own meanings out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by or letting them deeply analyse all of the nuances. It took years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I've never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learning by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a bit biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. She's jealous! Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall, it couldn't be me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes, a noisy neighbour, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, I blind. Let me start that again. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbour, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late, my retinas. Already scorched with a permanent copy of this meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realise now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. I'm sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. That kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany. Yeah, something like that. This is where me having a bit of context about this game outside helps, because I think I don't want to spoil you guys, but she knows she's in a game. I'm kind of nervous talking about deep stuff like that because it's coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Oh my god, I gotta go through all of them. Okay, Yuri next then. As Yuri reads the poem, I noticed her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Ew. He's going to hate me. Really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Haha. Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. It's actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly and then looks at the poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. So that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I learned to pick up from them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognise in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanour totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone. She sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them, but building them. But getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take some time, but it all comes with practice and by learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologising to herself, me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Okay. I'm sorry, I must have been such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. I also like the poem. Even though it's short, it's very descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easier to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Basha. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, that poem often expresses their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than just tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is being similarly compared to the ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and seem to be left with nothing. It's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Of course. I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Pasha. She wants to be bad. Let's do Sayori next. This is a good poem, Pasha. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. That's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now, not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the classroom. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Basha. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. You want big pictures. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason why I joined. Knowing this means so much to her and all. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you have a lot of fun here today, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay. Now, you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Well, we'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through the blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed. Making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad, I want breakfast. It's definitely about me. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't just answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say it as a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. There's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This is so much fun. Monika's the best. Yeah. Next time, I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. I just want to say now, Sayori and Natsuki are my least favourite. Yuri and Monika are my favourite. Pasha, if you're going to take this club seriously, then go home. Harsh. Would you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, yeah, but I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, teach their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I got to share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Girl, what? Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. Cut the cameras, dead ass. What? Just be honest. You ain't got a clue in the fucking world, man. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even try to take my writing seriously. Isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your messages any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps you bring out the feeling in the last line. So, you did. I guess more went into it than I realised. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. I didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humour her with her last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew, I guess that's everyone. That took a fucking while. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. As if everyone's judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're trying to be nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. Sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean that you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. I was looking for suggestions. I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. Pasha did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Pasha liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realise he was so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Pasha appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? How do you know you didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Pasha started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... That doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as they noticed I was standing there. Pasha, she's just trying to make me look bad. It's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out to the reader and not force them to have to figure it out. How am I explain that to her, Pasha? What? Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and the meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Pasha? Well? Ladies, there's enough for me to go around. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think of me more highly. Yuri, baby, I've got you. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. Wait. It's not an excuse for you to be so mean. Yeah, don't talk to my big titty bitch like that, okay? You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri, you're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You tell her, Monika. You both said something that you didn't mean. Yuri apologised. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenched her fist. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at the point of being defiant, only because she can't handle pressure. I end up feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a whirl and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going to do that. It will spare me from having to look at your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem from the desk and storms out. She reminds me of that SpongeBob meme. On her way out, she crumples up the poem in her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki. She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands where she stands out at the desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in the adjacent chair. Sigh. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well... Alright, I believe you. Thanks, Pasha. You're too kind. I am. Right. I'm thankful to be a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That was one thing that Natsuki said. About, I would never do anything so shameful. So... What thing did Natsuki say? Oh, never mind that. I'm just gonna make some tea. Good idea. She's putting some fucking tissues in her titties. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing your poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Pasha, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about it with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. Friends? So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn more about the kind of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can do a better job at impressing those I want to impress. I nodded to myself with newfound determination. Pasha, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sure, let's go. Let's go, bro. Sayori beams at me. It's truly been a while since Sayori has spent this much time together. I can't say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori? About what happened earlier? What do you mean? Between you and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. Pasha, it's nice that it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. You know what? I don't mind Sayori. Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Do I not get any bitches out of it? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. I'm gonna save it here. Yeah. I'm gonna leave it here because it's already been an hour. I feel like we've gotten a good amount of like the base game down. I know it's gonna start going downhill from here. Well, I feel like in the next episode it won't be as bad, but soon enough it's gonna start going downhill, and I'm excited for it too. But leaving it off the first episode, let me give you my point of view of who's my favourite. So I don't mind Sayori, she's not my favourite. I thought Yuri was going to be my favourite when I first started, but honestly, I fuck with Monika. I fuck with Monika heavy. I really don't like, Natsuki? Is that her name? I don't like her. She's annoying as fuck. It's a shame as well because we got matching hair, but yeah, I don't mind Sayori, but she's very much friend-zoned. I feel bad for her because like she clearly likes the main character bad. Yuri, I fuck with her, but not as much as Monika. Like, she's pretty... you know what, let me not put girls against each other. But yeah, this is the end of the episode. I will probably come back not that long after to do the next episode. I think I'm going to be able to actually say a lot more in the next episodes. I feel like this was just kind of getting the base story down. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Promise I have more to say. There just wasn't really much for me to say, considering the fact I have to say it out loud. But yeah, I really enjoyed doing this. I'm really happy that I'm finally playing this game, because I think I did play it like on my laptop before, but I think I didn't even get as far as this. I got as far as the first day and then I quit. But yeah, we'll see what happens soon, guys.